You think you know me.
What is this feeling? That voice? My body quivers at the thought. It was so familiar, yet it sounded like it was far away. Like it was shouting down a tunnel. It asked what I saw on the other side, if I felt trapped, and he didn't even realize it had happened. Must have thought I'd seen a ghost. Why am I laughing? What happened today was nothing short of insane. Still, this feeling of warmth won't go away. That voice wasn't from the other side, it came from him. Maybe he really is like me, he just doesn't know it. The thought of Lopsa being the same as me sends tingling feelings through my body. Maybe he's the reason why that the jealousy isn't as bad as it normally is by now. Who knows, maybe happiness can be found after all. I clench my fist as I say this, though I'm not sure if it's out of hope or fear. As I do, I also feel twinkling pain in my eyes. If he is like me, I wonder if he feels this too. I sigh as I lay my arms and head down on my desk. Maybe I can talk to him tomorrow. Just me and him, together, off script. Butterflies sprout in my stomach as I plan out a conversation in my head. Lopsa. I'm up. I shoot awake and take a second to gather my bearings. Oh, right. As I sit up on the couch, I notice the pain in my eyes is gone and my vision is mostly back to normal. Honestly, sleep is magical and should be worshipped. That aside, I'm just glad my headache is over. I don't know what I would have done if it had been permanent. As I pull out my phone to check the time, I see that I received a text from Sayori a few minutes ago. Hey, what's up? I smile while typing my response. Just got done with some pretty instead napping. WBU. Send. I'm a little thrown off when I don't receive an immediate response. She's probably just busy. I pick up the remote and turn on the TV. Let's see. I scroll through some channels before I eventually settle on an episode of One Piece. I suppose this will do. About 15 minutes have passed and I still haven't received a reply from Sayori. I'm sure everything is fine. She did tell me she had a lot of homework to make up. Hello. If you know what's going to happen, you might want to go and check on her. Like, now? Maybe before you go to school next time? Unless... What if she saw Yuri leaving my house earlier? What if she's heartbroken? I feel my muscles tense up as the image of her hanging flashes in my mind. She wouldn't do that. She's been so happy recently. Come on, Sayori, just text me back. Please. After another 5 minutes, I can't stand it anymore. I notice my hands are shaking while I'm dialing her number. I start the call, but nobody answers and it goes to voicemail. It'll be okay. She's probably just put her phone on silent. My pep doesn't hold up as another minute passed. No, it doesn't. If he's asking what's up, she wants to know what's up. Damn it! I have to get over there. I stand up from the couch and sprint to the front door in a panicked hurry. I nearly fall over myself as I throw on my shoes. As I go to open the door, I feel a buzz in my pocket. I whip out my phone and see that it's a text. Heh, you're starting to sound like me, and I just finished up on my last homework. As I read the message, all I can hear is my heartbeat. I feel tears forming in my eyes as I slide to the floor with my back against the wall. Sayori, I thought I lost you. I wipe away the tears and try to stop my hands from shaking to type my response. I'm really glad to hear that, and I'm sorry I didn't help any. Typing that last part makes my stomach turn. Don't worry, you're not off the hook yet. Well, as my loyal servant, I do expect you to proofread it all. I form a poor excuse for a grin as I read this. Always making other people smile. I fight back more tears as I continue the conversation. Yes, man, you have my unwavering loyalty. I feel like a liar as I read over the cheesy text that I just sent. It's to keep her happy. I can't let her know I'm disconcerted. I'll bring it with me tomorrow morning. Sounds good, I'll prepare myself. Thanks. I'm happy to help. When we said our goodnights, I continue sitting on the floor. I don't know what to think of today. That kiss with Yuri was one of the happiest moments of my life. But then I almost broke into Sayori's house because I didn't get a text back. I buried my head into my knees. God, I'm losing it. Once I finish feeling sorry for myself, I begin to stand up. No use moping around, I still got work to do. I say enthusiastically. I slowly make my way up the stairs. As I enter my room, I notice how messy it is for my rummaging earlier. That looks like a problem for tomorrow. I walk over to my desk and take a seat. I stare at the wall as I try to put my thoughts into words. So, the agenda. The constant visions of Sayori keeps me from focusing. She wouldn't do something so strange just because she saw a girl in my house. But still, I was so scared that I almost ran over there. I have to have faith in her. She seemed so happy today, especially after I gave her my poem. Maybe I should just focus on her for now, at least until it's the festival. Or is it too late for that? There's no telling how Yuri will act after what we did. My feelings become even more complicated as I begin thinking about Yuri. After today, it's hard to believe that she has some serious life-threatening condition. She might be a little intense at times, but I didn't notice anything really wrong with her. Didn't expect her to be the type that kisses on the first date, but maybe she's just passionate. It's still a little strange. Sure, I've known her for over a week, but she's only known me for 2 days. Maybe this whole save them all thing doesn't actually have any weight to it. I mean, Yuri and Monica are both relatively normal, and Natsuki is probably just going through a rebellious phase. Sayori is the one who really needs my help. But what if I'm wrong and I don't get another chance? I cross my arms on my desk and lay my head in them. Damn it! Worrying about it isn't going to solve anything. I might as well do something productive. I pull out a few pieces of paper and a pen. Once everything is in position, I get back into my writing position. Like before, I write down the words as I hear them in my head. First Sayori's, then Yuri's, and finally Natsuki's. Though I'm a little unsettled as I read over my work. Damn, maybe writing just brings out the darkest side of me. This thought is lost as I pull out another clean sheet of paper. Now it's just Monica. I look over the blank sheet for a while in vain. Still nothing. Well, there's no harm in trying. I close my eyes and place my pen on the paper. After what seems like forever, I finally begin to hear the words. But this time they sound a little different. I try to focus as I've been writing down what I hear. I open my eyes as I finish writing the poem and begin to read it over. A chill comes over me as I get to the last line. This one came out pretty dark too, but it seems so different from the others. I shake off the chill and begin copying down all the poems to make them more legit. Once finished, I place them into my folder and stand up. I'm awake to my bed, which I promptly flop down onto. Maybe a good night's sleep will help me think clearly. Alright. Damn it. I'm sorry. That outburst of Monica was regrettable, to say the least. I just couldn't stop myself after seeing her poem again. But the way she reacted, it wasn't exactly what I expected. I thought that was... well... honestly, I'm not sure what I was thinking. I just hope she doesn't think Lopsa is some kind of crazy person now. His task is hard enough without her trying to avoid him. Oh, and speaking of Lopsa, it seems like he's becoming unsure what is it he's doing. You may already know this, but each of these girls really does have a serious problem. When I saw the files during the reset, I got a look at their character traits. It stated that Sayori has depression, Yuri has obsession and self-harm, Natsuki is abused, and Monica, well, hers wasn't so simple. Her file was totally different from the others. It seemed to be locked, like being prevented from seeing inside. This is actually the reason I first assumed she was like me. And while some other stuff she says does seem to support the idea, it might not actually matter after what happened today. That bomb made us sunk. Sorry again, I really hope I didn't mess anything up too bad. Try not to worry though, I'll do my best to make up for it. I'll find some ways to convince Lopsa that he was right about the girls. If she sees subtle sign of one of their problems, I'll try to point out to him so that he knows for sure something is wrong. If I had been smart, I would have had him pay attention to Yuri's sleeve tucking, or the fact that the light was likely reflecting off a knife in her purse. But I didn't want to ruin the moment. I just hope that decision doesn't come back to haunt me, well, us. Anyway, on a less somber note, you may have figured this out already, but it's me who's been writing the poems. When Lopsa concentrates hard enough, he can hear me and I get some control over him physically. So I've been helping him out in that regard. I'm not sure why my handwriting originally looked like Monica's, but I doubt it's important. Let's see, what else? Oh, I tried to say this last time, but I got cut off. Which is likely due to time passing differently than it does normally. I was going to tell you that I've been inputting information into Lopsa since the reset. I didn't really have control over him, seeing as I saw, but that's not all I've been able to give him. When the game reset, it was likely I was forced out of the loop, per se. I didn't just see some of the game files. It gave me a glimpse of the world outside too. Even though I only saw it briefly, I was practically overwhelmed with the information. It actually took me quite a while to sift through it all. But once I did, I gave Lopsa some of the information that I thought might be helpful. First was memes and things that would give him some personality. Then it was the information about various books and works of literature and so on. Also, you wouldn't believe how much porn... Oh, of course. But I digress. I still have quite a bit of information that I didn't give him, but at the moment it doesn't seem useful. I was also scared that giving him all of it at once would break him somehow. I think that's just about it. Oh, one last thing. It's about the pain we've been feeling these last 2 days. I'm not totally sure, but I think maybe... blah. The music is different. I lie in bed looking at the ceiling for a while. I was hoping some sleep might clear my head, but it doesn't seem I was so lucky. I slowly begin to get out from under my covers. As I do, I try my hardest not to think about what happened yesterday. It's a new day, there's nothing to worry about. Once I rise, set down my outfit, begin gently undressed, step into the shower, lean against the wall. In this instance, the shower is the worst possible place I could be. Slowly but surely, all of the confusion and troubled thoughts begin creeping in while the water hits me. Yuri, Sayori... I care about both of them so much. What now? After a while, my confusion begins to turn to anger. What the fuck did I do? I knew that Sayori could be hurt if something ended up happening between me and Yuri. But I did it anyways because I'm a selfish asshole. Damn it! I slam my fist into the wall next to me, causing a bottle of shampoo to fall over. I have to end things with Yuri if this goes on. Sayori could. She could. Sayori could die! I shout this into the room, fist clenched and jaw tightened. I can't let... No! I won't let that happen. It doesn't matter what I feel. This is for her. She is what matters most. Even as I try talking myself into it, my heart still doesn't feel right. Yuri will be fine. It might hurt her a little and things may never be the same between us, but I can't risk losing her. Not again. Oh, that's the worst feeling when taking a shower. The realization that the water running down your face, you can't tell if it's shower or you that's causing the water. I stand for a while fuming, trying to release some of the pent-up emotion. Eventually step outside the shower once the water begins to get colder. While getting dressed, I can't help but notice my reflection in the mirror. My eyes are fluffy and I have bags under them. I reach the bottom of the stairs and turn in... Huh? That's right, Sayori is coming over in the mornings now. Hey Lopsa. Hey Sayori, a long time no see. I try putting on a happy face, but all I can feel is dread. Are you feeling okay? You look kinda... I'm fine. I just didn't sleep very well last night. Oh well. Is everything alright? You're not sick, are you? I'm not sick. It was just kinda warm in my room last night. That's all. Are you sure? If you're sick, What did I tell you about worrying too much, Sayori? You said I'll get wrinkles. That's right. And I wouldn't want my best friend to look like a prune before she even graduates, you know. Hey, there's no way to talk to you. That's no way to talk to your vice president. I know, I'm only kidding. You look fine. There isn't a single pruny thing about you. You know that you're a literature club, you probably shouldn't use words like pruny. I'll be sure to make a note of it. Now come on, there's breakfast to be made. Yes, sir. I clench my teeth as she walks past me into the kitchen. It's okay, just power through it now, for now. You can't let her get more concerned. You know what you're doing? You're going through what Sayori was going through. And you're trying to hide it just like she was. Are you coming? Yeah. So what are you making today? Well, let's see. There he watches me as I begin going through the cabinets checking the fridge. After searching for a while, I come up with nothing. Sorry, I meant to go shopping yesterday. You know, it kind of feels weird to not be the forgetful one for once. What do you mean? Well... She proceeds to open her bag and pulls out a packet of bacon strips. I told you that I felt bad about not doing anything, so I thought it would help me to bring these. Thank you, Sayori. This is really thoughtful. Yeah. It's also kind of because I wanted to eat bacon. Ugh, I should have known. You're so goofy. I can't feel like this. I can't risk making things worse. Well, let's get cooking. Agreed. I pull out a skillet while Sayori begins to open the bacon package. As I turn on the stove, I realize something. You know, I never actually cooked bacon before. Don't worry, I planned for that too. Huh? How so? I watched a bunch of tutorials this morning about how to cook bacon in a skillet. Didn't look hard, but it did make me real hungry. Alright, so what do I do? Here, I'll show you. I stop her as she moves closer to the skillet. Huh? I'm not so sure about that's a good idea. I still have bald patches on my arm from that incident with the pancakes. Sorry about that. But I'm not a kid anymore, you know. I promise that I know how to do it this time. Sigh. Alright, but be careful, okay? That grease can really burn you. Don't worry, I'll make this the best bacon ever. I nervously hand her the skillet and watch as she gets the feel for it. After watching closely for a few minutes, it seems like Sayori actually knows what she's doing. I walk over to her back as she continues cooking. Is this the work you wanted me to look over in here? Yeah, it's in the front part of the blue binder. Alright. After opening the front portion of the bag, I reach in and pull out a baby blue binder. Then I take a seat at the kitchen table and begin going through it. The sheer amount of work she had to make up puts a lump in my throat. Has she really always been like this? She's happy when I spend time with her, but what will happen to her if I'm not around? Maybe I could get her to see a doctor, or I could talk to her parents about it. Two really good, sensible things that you should actually do. I would still rather tell them than watch them react to her. Great, I fixed my throat but now I'm yawning all the time. Fuck me. This really is serious, isn't it? But I should be thankful. Nobody gets a second chance like the one I got. I'll just have to try and be happy and take things one step at a time. I force a smile as I read over problems that I have no idea how to do. I think it's done. I close the binder and make my way to the oven. Even though she could like she knew what I was doing, I was still kinda nervous. But after looking at the bacon now, that nerves is replaced with hunger. That actually looks really good, Sayori. Yeah? I told you I'd make the best bacon ever. Well, if it tastes even half as good as it looks, you might have pulled it off. Here, hand me the plates. I do as I'm told and watch as she scoops out the bacon on them. Even though I'm smiling while watching her, I can feel my chest hurt. I wonder if she already has feelings for me. What am I supposed to do if she confesses again? I know I can't be with Yuri right now. Here you go. I take the plate and reclaim my seat at the table. Once Sayori has made her own, she takes the seat next to me. We both begin devouring our bacon. It isn't until I start eating that I realize how hungry I am. Man, I didn't lunch or dinner yesterday. You're turning into Sayori. You might want to be careful. If I keep this up, I might die of starvation before Monday comes around. I instantly regret thinking about Monday as I feel my mood drop considerably. Do you not like it? Huh? Oh. The bacon is delicious, Sayori, don't worry. I just thought of something, it is all. Are you sure everything is alright with you? Maybe I could help with... I poke her forehead yet again before thinking about how my fingers are greasy. Sorry, here. Could you get up and grab one of the racks we keep on under the sink? After wetting it, I return to Sayori and begin dabbing at the grease spot. I guess I wasn't thinking. It's okay. I probably wouldn't have noticed anyways. I feel my heart starting to beat fast as I continue. I can't. I can't risk hurting her. Uh-oh. Yes, Sayori? My face heats up as I pull away the rag. I was just thinking how funny this is. What do you mean? We've both grown up so much. But you still look after me, just like when we are kids. I'm really glad we're like this. Seeing her open like this fills me with joy, but also makes me want to scream. I feel dizzy as the events of yesterday play over and over again in my head. I'm glad we're like this too, Sayori. After all, I'd be a really crappy friend if I let you walk around all day with grease on your face. Yeah, you would be. I can tell she wants to say something, but I'm too terrified to let her. Come on, we'll be late if we don't leave soon. Oh, I guess you're right. We get up and walk to the sink where wash both hands. While I'm using the sink, I notice that Sayori is standing pretty close to me. I hope it's just because she really doesn't want her hands to be dirty. I soon learned that this is not the case.